Hey, you guys, welcome to round 7 of the PPG regional. This is the last round of Swiss. We have Andres Torres, who is on Shaddolls Dogmatica. He's been performing extremely well. As you guys know, he's a very well-known player. And we have Matthew Counts, who's on Drytron, one of my favorite decks of the format, probably not my favorite deck of the format. This is the last round of Swiss before we go into Top Cut. Top Cut will be top 8 played out, and then top 16 paid out. So it looks like Andre Torres has won the dice roll. And he starts off with normal summon Alistair effect, and then that gets orange lighted. I think that's definitely correct because you either orange light that or you orange light Ecclesia. But Nadir is just such a powerful card that, you know, there's nothing really we can interact with in our deck with that. You know what I mean? Yeah. So if he goes Nadir, he summons and he searches Ecclesia and he sends another one. So there's really nothing we can do. Can we stop an Anatolis or do we stop the Ecclesia? So
I mean, you can only stop the Alistair because if you let Alistair resolve and summon Makaba, your orange light becomes useless.
Exactly.
So you have to Alistair you have to orange light the Invoker. Sending Shaddolls Squamata with Alp Capone.
So I think game 1 Matthew's just gonna get window locked.
Yeah.
The fact Andres is playing actual Shaddolls cards really helps him out a lot. Shaddolls cards are a lot stronger than I think people actually realize. They all do a lot. So they have one that says banish 3 cards from your opponent's graveyard. They have a window that says you win the game. And then they have a guy that starts everything with as in construct. You know what I mean? And Shaddolls Fusion is such a powerful card, and so is Schism being able to be searched.
Yeah.
You know, and a cultist, whatever you call it. That card is just really, really ignorant.
Yeah, and Andres is on 3 copies of Construct, 2 copies of Window, 2 copies of Alp Capone as his Shaddolls targets. So Schism is definitely going to be resolving multiple times if it sticks.
It looks like it's going to resolve first turn as well because Andres just set 1 pass with the right materials engraved. He's just waiting on Matthew to reveal a Drytron to change Schism to, so he only has – that's his only summon.
Yeah.
So in my Drytron deck, around where I'm from, I play against a lot more decks like this, like Dogmatica, Eldritch, stuff like that. So I ended up taking a lot of the hand traps out of my main deck and putting in cards like Cosmic and Ash, fair cards, and they were just having back row mover just helped me a lot in the matchup. So it looks like Andreas ashed his Zeta. I mean not Zeta, ashed his Ben 10. And Andreas only has 2 other cards in hand, so that set cannot be Schism, right?
He might be waiting for a light monster to be summoned and then use Schism to summon Construct and then have the trap send a monster.
You don't think it'd be better to window lock him into when he goes reveal?
I would, 100%, but Andres knows his deck. So, all right, so there's a Schism.
Yeah.
I think he banished a Shaddolls and a...
It banishes a Shaddolls and another type, so he's using the
window.
Yeah, he's using the wind Shaddolls for the name and then the dark Shaddolls for window.
I guess he used the Ash to see if his opponent would be able to play through that Ash.
Right.
This way he could save the Schism for maybe a Construct to further his play for next turn. That's why he was waiting. So I think that was correct on Andres' part. So he set 1 pass, can't beat the window for this turn. And now Schism is able to be utilized both during Andres' turn and Matthew's turn to summon more fusion monsters.
So Alistair here comes again. He just scoops.
Yep. Yeah, it's too much.
So he realizes most players should realize this. If you can't beat window turn 1, you're more likely not beating the turn 2.
Oh yeah,
you know
absolutely.
I mean? So at that point, you're just giving your opponent free knowledge of the cards you play in your deck, and you're just letting yourself get depressed by get depressed by window, just running the clock down.
Yeah.
All right. So Matthew is going first. He doesn't have any really power cards he can put in first. He already main decks Ash Blossoms, which could have been a card for him to stop Zeta after he used Orange Light, but then he would have needed Alpha Ben 10 in hand to continue. What he can put in, though, going first, he can put in...
Lance?
I'd probably low-key kind of keep my deck how it is. It has Ashes. I don't say anything bad of his deck going first because, Ash is the only other hand trap that he plays in his deck, and I think that's actually, probably the best hand trap in his deck against...
Because it can hit everything.
Yeah, because it can hit everything. Maybe swap off the Ashes for Drolls.
That
Because Droll's going to stop, like, Nadir, like, multiple searches, Alistair, et cetera, et cetera.
If one search resolves, that's all that Andres really needs. So
Right.
I'd rather have Lancia maybe as for when he attempts to schism.
To stop Maximus, et cetera.
Yep. I would maybe go on Lancia.
Is he on Maximus?
He... that's
no, he's not
no.
playing Maximus. Yeah, so he's not playing Maximus. The only Dogmatica he's playing is Ecclesia.
That's it. I don't know what that says. Shaddolls. Oh, that's Windy. This is...
Yeah, he only plays Ecclesia. That's wild.
1 Ecclesia, 3 Nadir Servant, and 2 Punishment. That's it.
What is Ecclesia searching?
Punishment.
Oh, yeah, Punishment. Yeah.
That's a really interesting package. So you're only resolving 1 Servant for Punishment, and that's it. Even the Dark Drag. He's not playing...
well, he can resolve 2 punishments. I mean, 2 servants because he plays 2 punishments. Well, actually, no, he can't because he only has the Ecclesia.
So there's only 1 dog monster. Yeah. Very interesting deck list.
So if you draw the Ecclesia, you just can't activate Nadir.
Yeah.
That's kind of wild.
Yeah, I agree.
I'd probably play a floor at least.
Yeah.
Like on top of it. But Andres is a very skilled player, obviously. He knows the deck a lot more than me.
So I'd imagine, obviously, the Cycle Readers come in, the Drolls come in, the Skullmeisters come in.
He has so much to put against Drytron. It's just unbelievable.
He has a lot of going first cards that he can sub out. His deck actually could be built to beat this deck.
Yeah, like just
if like
in all actuality.
If a Shaddolls fusion resolves and sends 2 from the deck to the graveyard, that's huge advantage.
Yes.
So
if I'm Matthew, I'm definitely not trying to let that happen either.
Andres,
so he doesn't get drolled. He goes prep and he doesn't get drolled.
I see a meltdown in Andres' hand, so he has access to Alistair. I think I see the Ecclesia.
Yep, he has the Ecclesia, so his Nadirs are dead if he draws it.
Oh, no.
And like, if I'm Matthew here, I'm going to just try to play. And my opponent doesn't have droll. Oh, whoa, he passed.
What?
He passed.
What?
And Andres draws Super Prophet. What is Matthew's hand?
What the heck?
What did he just do?
I see 2 rituals in his hand.
But he just used the hand trap at the start of his turn. Lancia?
Oh, maybe. He's just not trying to play around Gamma.
I'm saying.
Like, yo. That's kind of wild.
So he's just going to Invocation. And he's going to use that and that from his hand.
Oh,
yeah, that's definitely a Lancia.
Oh, Servant can add from Grave.
Yep.
Okay, so that's interesting. Also, he belled. It could be belled. Yeah, Andres is gonna go off. It looks like.
Somebody said real players should be playing 3 orange, 3 purple, 3 green. You are bold.
Very. And if you got all 9 ultis, you can flex it out.
I wonder what's in Matthew's hand to make him just pass on that.
Yeah.
Like, usually if you prep and you get a Ben 10, you're playing after that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, how many preps does he play?
I'd imagine 3. Yep, 3.
Yeah, 3 preps.
Wow.
3 Fafnir, 3 Nova, 3
Andres
Cyber Emergency. He plays a lot of Drytron names, too. Like, he plays 2 Gamma, 2 Delta. Like, I don't see how he hasn't drawn a Drytron, like, with the prep that he searched. I'm actually flabbergasted.
Yeah. Yeah, Andres.
It looks like this is going to be another quick 2-0. I'm not going to lie to you. Doesn't look like Matthew can really out of Winda if Andres sees the play to get to Winda. Winda's like super strong against Drytron, especially when they think they're going first. And he's also not on cards like Droplets. Matthew's not playing anything like Droplet or Imperm, so there's really no inherent out to Winda if Andreas actually does make a Winda here.
Matthew went first this game, so there's no chance of Dark Ruler, no more being in his deck. So if he sticks a Winda now,
there's just no out to it.
And instant fusion, but like
instant fusion is gonna get Millennium Eyes.
Yeah,
and that's pretty much it.
Yeah. I don't know. Looks like his hand is Herald, 2 Ben 10, and the Ritual Spell.
Herald, 2 Ben 10, and Medionis. Ooh, you hate to see it.
He flips someone's beast. Oh, man.
If he would have played Megaliths, he could have prepped for a full and then activated Medion. Actually, no, you can't activate Medionis. Yeah, that's a pretty gross hand. Herald, double Ben 10 and Medionis, and then there was Lancia, because he Lancia'd him.
Wow. Shaddolls fusion resolved.
Winda, baby. Winda, baby. Winda, baby.
Oh, man. This is brutal.
Well, at least Matthew is going to make top cut, hopefully, as well. You know, they're both X1 right now, so I think X2 is, like, at least going to get him in the top 16. You know
yeah, top 16, yeah.
Dude's hand was Prep, Benton, Medionis,
Lancia,
Orange Light, and Lancia.
Mm-hmm.
Bricks or bricks?
Yo, State, I haven't played in a good while. How's this ritual that good?
Doesn't seem like it is.
It doesn't look like it now, but that deck is good. And
yeah, look at his opening hand. Look at his opening hand. There's really much nothing he can do. Do you want to get Andreas in here for after-game report since the last round of Swiss?
Yeah. Here, I'll give him my spot so you can.
Oh, for sure.
Yep. Here you go. You guys are going to have Andres Torres up?
Yep.
Second.
I was just such a powerhouse of cards. I have a lot of questions for him. A lot of thoughts about his deck building. It seemed really, really strong. He just overpowered his opponent, too, as well. I really do like the one Ecclesia, since you can get it back off from the Deer from Grave. It seems really, really gassy. And just looping it with punishment. I have a couple questions for him. Like, has he ever missed floor? What did he not think any of the other hand traps were as impactful in the main deck? Because, like, I personally was only playing Ash and the Bear in my Drytron deck, like, in the main. Also ask him why he hasn't played Bell or Ice Dragon's Prison. Those are pretty much the questions I asked. Do you guys have any questions for Andreas? You know, put him in chat. I'll make sure I try to ask him. He's outside getting his stuff together right now, so. Played a very interesting deck, though. It seems really, really spicy. Played 2, there can only be 1 2-cycle reader. And here we go. We got Andres Torres, man, winner of the last round. How you feeling today, Andres? Oh, you can go ahead and throw it on.
So what did you say?
So how you feeling today? Feeling good after that last round? Feeling pretty nice?
Yeah.
Yeah, you look very confident going into it. I got a couple questions for you. Your deck seems very, very interesting. So, like, the one Ecclesia, have you ever missed Fleur de Lis?
No, I don't like that card. Like, I tried the Fleur de Lis. I opened with the Fleur de Lis with no other cards. So
it was just a brick, right? Yeah. Okay, so like even if you open Ecclesia,
I keep open Ecclesia and the Deer Servant all rounds. Like if you see, I open like every single round. Bad.
Yeah, and it's
it's better than open the servant.
The floor.
The Fleur.
Yeah. Okay, so is there like, are any reason you played Nibiru and only Ash in the main deck as hand traps with Gammas? Like, did you think these were the most impactful ones outside of like Droll and Skullmeister and Bell, like people are playing?
Like, I expect more Virtual War than any other deck, so I think Nibiru is the most impactful.
Okay. Another question. So, like, with your Lancia, we saw a lot of players today. Chat had asked, so if you're playing this against Virtual World, a lot of players today have been shotgunning the Lancia in the standby phase, and a couple of the better players were like holding it on until they put a monster on board, stuff like that. So yeah, that was my opinion. I thought you would have to. I would personally wait until they summon a guy on board. So I was just asking to see if you were thinking the same thing as well. That's pretty much it for right now. We're really proud of the deck you play. It looks really, really interesting. Is there actually a certain reason why you picked this deck for this format?
To be honest, I was going to play pure Dragon Maid, like control version, but I left my deck at home.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Like, I left it in Colombia, so
Jesus.
I just had the Shadow here, so I just pick it up.
Might as well, right? Wind is a beast, right?
Yeah, Wind is a really good card.
So, since you were going to play the pure Chambermaid, I have some questions. So, like, do you think Tidying is that powerful in the format? Like that it can just solidify its own spot?
Yeah, like the Hieratic Seal plus the Fusion is super powerful. Like with those cards, then you can outgrind like most of the decks. So I really like the deck. I think it's really powerful. But I think like no one take it like no good players take that deck
seriously. Yeah. So like that's the reason it's not represented. You know what I mean in Top Cut. Like, so yeah, that's how I feel about a lot of the decks sometimes, that they're not so as popular. So like a lot of people don't get exposed as much. You know what I mean? So like they don't get a lot of good testing in or good deck building. A lot of people don't give some decks a chance. Like, and some decks actually have good engines like Chambermaid. Like it's a really sleeper deck, but like when you read Chamber Dragon Maid, like it's all plus. Like you don't neg at all.
That deck is super nice.
Yeah, like you open Chamber.
Just plus. Like
exactly.
all the cards just plus itself.
Yeah, exactly. Especially going into like Striker Dragon, getting you boot, and then that boot's eventually going to get you to Rocket Tracer Dragon. Like it's just all extra free cards. So let's see. Were you afraid of Herald of Ultimateness?
Super poly.
Super.
Like, we don't care about the Herald.
Right.
They summon Herald, just super poly, send the Ariel.
Yeah,
just banish all Drytons.
Yeah, we saw you through Super Poly for turn. We were like, oh my God, he was winning this game regardless.
Even if he opened good, I had super poly. So just summon any Shadow, super poly, send like Chilling 1, Chilling 2, Ariel banish all the Drytons, and that's it. Like,
that's
that
actually
really
crazy. Yeah, that's actually crazy. So do you have a hard time with Virtual World if you don't set a first turn window, or is it sometimes okay for you to play through like going second?
If they resolve calamities, like you have a hard time playing like any deck.
Yeah, exactly.
But if you like at least you open 1 or 2 hand traps and you cannot stop them for calamities, you can just play super easy.
Okay. Well, Andres, that's pretty much like the main points of the deck I was trying to see for you today. Well, good luck in top 8. You know, congratulations on playing so well today. You finished X1 today, right?
Yeah, X1.
Okay. Any shout out you want to give to anybody?
TCG Collectibles, maybe they're watching. So
yes, sir. He's doing really well, you guys. He's doing really well.
Okay.
Yes, sir.